Zombie apocalypse.
Hi guys, Wanko713. So, as you know, there's a new kit in town. It's called Florence's kit. So, this is obviously my testing place. When I tested before it came out, I couldn't make a video then, but now that it's out in public, I'm making a video about it. It's really just my opinion and all the new stuff that's in this. But basically, you have Ejal's kit, which I've done the 2 tutorials on. BW King 16, did a tutorial on Florence's kit. And basically, two of the biggest things that gets introduced is, you can see right here, there's an anvil and enchanting. And there are a few add-ons like fishing and all that, but I haven't gotten to that yet. This is, so it works something like this. Where's the play button? Right there. I can't, my face is blocking it. But if I but as you can see, there's something like a broken bronze sword, and if I go to, okay, I put the mobs right here. Basically, if you just attack, see how it gives a status effect. So this is a new thing that it added, and there's even something called life steal where you can steal. Yeah. Another thing too is you can parry projectiles. Just like that. One of the other big things that's in this is if I'm able to click it, the screen size is kind of limiting it, but there's a mob index, and if you encounter a mob, you can get awards, but there's also an item index. It's for like tools and armor. I think that is pretty cool. But other than that, there is a bug. It might have been fixed at this point, but there is a bug because this is like the first version that I'm using. But you see how it says required bronze sword, but I don't have it. It's a so in the tool, so see, it shows that I don't have it, but in reality I do. I just have a modification of a bronze sword, so if I go through it, it'll actually let me through. It's a glitch in the system. But all of this right here, as you know, is like the same thing as yeah, it's basically the same thing. But one of the like, but there are additional features being added, and from my understanding, because of the mob index, there's I am quite surprised because Voicemail made this, and he made a modified zones, and the like it shows the original from Ejal's kit. My opinion of this kit, I think this is game changing. Like you could use this kit and it would introduce some cool things. But if I the biggest thing that it adds though that's kind of a game changer is this right here. This is the anvil. You can reforge items and it gives you additional like abilities. You can also enchant your items. You can which rather than reforging, it actually just gives it a new ability rather than changing the item itself. It's kind of like Minecraft with it's kind of like Minecraft with those, but basically this is really just mainly a first look. I haven't done too much into the kit. BW King 16, I think he's trying to make a game with this. What I was thinking about though is, I mean, I'm probably not gonna use. This is my opinion of the kit though. I probably wouldn't use this kit until like a few updates because there were some bugs initially released, and there are going to be some big things that are going to be added in the future. So my recommendation is maybe, and I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but probably hold off on the kit and use ejals until some bugs have been fixed and some features have been released, because this it's very early in development right now. But I did see like quests and all that, like in the mob AI, it's going to be like improved, I think. But the thing is because of this, and I might be able to check um, players. Well, that doesn't help, but I think it's something like I think the problem is that there's a player data, so which eJoust kit doesn't have, which is what's being used to store the mob index and item index. So it's storing like what mobs have the players encountered, stuff like that. But that's kind of the main thing. Another thing too is I just showed you that bug with the portals and level doors. I guess if you're wondering if I'm going to use this kit, I'm probably not going to use the kit in Ravecraft and Coastergen because I would have to revamp the whole game because of the new data store for the mob index, and every time voicemail pushes an update, I would have to revamp the game over and over and over just to use the new features. And this is why I was suggesting maybe hold off until like more until the features you want to use are added. Because I would say like if for all the games that are using eJoust kit, I think it will work just fine and you can use it. Or you can use eJoust kit. But this is really the successor of eJoust kit, and it's very cool. But yeah, this is just made a video just talking about really my opinions of the kit. If you saw in the announcements too, I decided to split. So if you remember way back then, I made a game called Legend of the Purple Raven, and and I think in one of the live streams I showed the world that I was going to make, but initially it was going to be like a bunch of different games, and it was a series. And then BW King 16 gave me the idea of, he said, why don't you just combine it, use some sort of universe system. And that's when I decided I'm going to make chapters, make it like a storybook where you follow chapters, and each chapter is like a place, but those were going to be original games. The problem is, and I'm going to share it here, and you probably saw it on the YouTube post. There's a um, there's a level limit in the kit. I think it's just like limited by Roblox itself. It doesn't matter what kit you use. But one of the problems of eJoust kit, and something I'm hoping gets fixed in Florence's kit, is when you get to level QT, the game starts glitching and breaking down. I saw that with Night Lordian when I played it, and that's the reason BW King 16 had to rebalance the game. So for that reason, I decided to split. So even though I combined all the chapters, into one, it's still sort of combined. Like they're not, each chapter's not going to be their own game. That would be like, 17 games. I'm gonna split it into three different games. So Ravecraft is gonna be chapters, and I decided to kind of change them linearly because I think I had like A, B, Omega, something like that. So I decided to have it linearly with the path that you follow, but I still have it like in a timeline where you can see where it is. But basically, the first six chapters, so it would end with, so that's like the origin, death of A game, technology chaos, and then the three Rise of Blue Ravens chapters. That will be in Ravecraft. So after Rise of Blue Ravens ends, that game ends. Then I'm gonna have part two, which that's gonna be like the introduction to Doctor Time 777. Those chapters, and then the final game is going to be, I think that's like five chapters, and then the final six chapters are going to be in part three. I was thinking of having that third part use this kit. And the working name, it's not exactly official, but I'm planning on calling it Paradoxia because you go through different, you kind of hop between timelines and you're in the null space a lot. So as far as the story there, with how I had it, so I feel like that it could be kind of a cool name. It suggests a time paradox. That's probably what I'm gonna pick, and it would kind of be like my first game maybe using this kit. But obviously that's long ahead, and I'm gonna do it once more features are out. But I think that could be a good opportunity that I can test this kit and you would all have a game to play. So even though it's just really it would basically just start off like my character my the Wayne Coast there is framed, he's in a Purple Raven prison, you go and break him out, and then you see Dr. Time and you chase after him, and then it kind of brings you into this time paradox like RPG game. So yeah. So if you want to see more eJoust kit tutorials or just maybe eventually tutorials on this kit once I learn how to use it and more people start using it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other channels. Check out BW King 16's tutorials. They're good. And until next time, Wayne Coast out.